Okay, your project. First of all, I want to take you through the project, let you get to understand how the project work. The project is actually a simple hospital management system. It's a simple hospital management system. You know, as a hospital management system, you have your client, which are the patients. You also have your workers, who, for example, the doctor. So this one is based for a very small private hospital as such. So the system has three users. The users are an administrator, so that's admin. Then we have doctor, so you can log into the system as a doctor. And then we have patient. The admin controls the doctor and the patient's account. So the admin is the one who controls all the accounts, all the three users, the doctor, the patient, and other admins as well. So this is briefly how the system is. So if you look at the system, you have to log in according to your role in the system. If you're an admin, when you come in, you log as an admin. If you're a doctor, when you come onto the platform, you log in into the software as a doctor. If you are also a patient, when you get onto the platform, you log in as a patient. You cannot log into another administrator's or doctor's account when you are a patient, because the passwords and authentication will not allow you. So now let us dive straight into the software. Let's log in as an administrator, as a doctor, and as a patient. So first we start with logging in as an administrator. So I have the login credentials here. You can see that this is administrator login. So I just copy in the user, the email of the admin. That's the current admin that is being created. So to log in, you just click on what? Admin, if you are logging as admin. So I click on admin. Then it opens. Then it says login as admin. So I put in the email here. Then I take the password. If you check, the password is programming. So I copy the password. This is something you type in if you know it off head. I just don't have the time for that. So to log in as an administrator, you need an email and a password that has been created or that has been given to you. So you click on login, and then you are logged in as administrator. So when you log in as administrator, it takes you first to what we call the dashboard. So this is the dashboard of the administrator. We will take a brief look at the dashboard. Everything that the administrator can do will be on this dashboard. So you see dashboard, view your dashboard. So that's the administrator platform. Then quickly, we have some quick information on the dashboard here. You have doctors, that's the number of doctors. There are currently 2 doctors there. You can click on view to see the doctors. We have patients. You currently have 3 patients in your system, or that has come to your hospital. Then you can click to view the patients. Then we have patient book. Patient book is talking about the booking. People who have booked to see the doctor. So far there have been 3 bookings. 6 bookings. There have been 6 bookings to see the doctor or to see a doctor, some of which has been attended to or may not have been attended to, which I don't know for now. But you can click on view to view those bookings. What are the bookings that are there? People who have booked a doctor. So the admin can know that this doctor is booked or this doctor is not booked. Then we have appointments. Appointments are also there, where the patient schedules an appointment with the doctor, or the doctor schedules an appointment with the patient. So this one, you also click on it and you can see the appointments. And this appointment also include appointment to meet the admin. Probably the admin is a doctor and also an administrator. Maybe he wants to attend to someone. Those appointments will also come here. Then we have appointment, replied appointments. So whenever an appointment is given, then you can reply to it by clicking here. Or when you reply to it, those replies, the number of replies you did will be on the replied appointments. So appointment is just about the appointment that a patient has booked with you. So when a patient say, oh, doc, can I meet you at 7 a.m.? That one comes to what? Appointment. Then when you view the appointment and you respond to it, then you can now see the number of responses in the what? Replied appointment. Then we have change password. Of course, this one is straightforward. You just need to click on it to change your password. So briefly, these are what you see. So let's look at them one after the other. we will come to this portion of the screen where we have your picture, the name and the title admin, and this menus. This is actually the menu bar. So this is the menu. So this is the menu, and this is actually the dashboard quick information. So first of all, before we go to the menu, let's still look at some of the things. Let's click some of them to see. So doctor, they say two doctors. Let's click view. So we click on view, and we can see that these are the two doctors, the first and the second doctor. And then we can also edit them. We can edit each doctor. You can delete a doctor. That means that doctor will not be able to log into again, and the doctor account is totally deleted. So be careful with that command, delete. Once you click on delete, the doctor information is deleted and you cannot recover it. But you can click on edit if you want to change something about the doctor. So if I click on edit, you see it gives me the doctor profile, and then I can edit some basic information. So I can change the doctor name if there's a problem with the spellings. If the email has been changed, I can change it for the doctor. The phone number, I can enter the current phone number of the doctor. Then the role of the doctor. Then they said example surgeon. So example surgeon, I'm just trying to let you know that the rules are here. So once you put in, for instance, if it's a clinical officer, a surgeon, whatever, so that what is the role of that doctor in your hospital? What is the role of the doctor in that hospital? So you put in the role there. Then we have gender here. So when you click on gender actually I decided to mute that one. So you cannot control the gender. The reason being that a gender of a person does not change. So once the doctor was account was created, there's no way the doctor gender can be changed in time, or your gender cannot be changed the next day. So once you are done with any other editing, then you just click on what? Edit doctor. Once you click on edit doctor, it will do that. But here actually you can see that said you entered invalid email. This is because the email already exists, so there's no need replacing it again. So let's forget about that. So we can go back again. So just click on back. We go back one more step. So these are the number of doctors. Then we go back again. Then we are on the dashboard again. So here on the dashboard, we are done with doctor. We look at patients. You can view how many patients you have. So you click on patients. Remember, we are in the admin dashboard. Admin dashboard. You can see it at the left-hand corner here, admin. So admin dashboard. So we click on patients. Then we can see the patients and their bookings. Now, this is not just to list the number of patients. Here we are talking about the patients and how they attend. So when we click on patient, you see all the patients. It lists them there. Then you can see the date, the last time the patient came. So if you look at this patient, the patient came 1, 2, 3, 4 times continuously. The first time of the coming was on this day, and the current or the latest day the person came was on this day. That's December 20. That's 6th December 2022. So this is just information on the patient. You can print the information, what diagnosis that was given to the patient, by clicking here, print. When you print, you see it. Then you will see some details. You see the patient number. That is the patient ID number. Every patient will have a unique ID number. So this is the patient unique ID number, the patient name, the patient age, the contact number, the location where the patient is located. Then other details, the diagnosis. See, I just kept anything. So here you put in the diagnosis. So this diagnosis 3, you type in whatever diagnosis, maybe malaria, cholera, what have you, broken leg, yeah, those kind of things. Those, that should be your details. Then your prescription, what are you giving to the person? You are giving para, you are giving chloroquine, you are giving this, you are giving that, injection, what have you. All those prescription will come here. So this is where the prescription will be. Now, this has already been done, so that's why it's so. When you are creating a new prescription, you see that the first you can type in all this information. So that is just it. Remember, you can print this information for the patient to go and buy the prescription or whatsoever. You can print it. This is still in admin. Remember, admin can also act as a doctor. Probably most of the admins or owners of the hospitals most often are themselves doctors. So they don't need to create an admin account, go and create a doctor account. They can use the same account to do both jobs. Then you can just click on back to patient records, and it will send you back to the patient records over there. So that is in brief how it is. So patients, remember we click on view to see the patient records. So the last time we wanted to print this particular record, this particular day the patient was in, wanted to print, you click here. If you also want, you can click here to enter just to see the information that are there on that patient. So once you click on enter, it will show you only information about that patient. So if I click on enter here, it still shows me all information about that patient. I'm entering into that patient's information. So I click on enter, it shows me exactly all information about the patient. So you see that you will not have other patients like testing data, this other patient. You only have a particular patient. So if I click on this patient, for instance, I click on enter, the records of this patient is only what? One. Then if I go back one more and I click on this first patient, I see that these records are what? Many. So if you want to see a particular patient records, once you go into, click on the patient, once you click on the patient view, you just scroll to any of the records of the patient and click on enter. It will show you all the records of only that particular patient according to what? Order of days attended. And then you can see them. You can equally print just as you do. Now, the doctor can also add diagnosis. You see, these are the diagnoses the doctor has given so far to this patient. So the doctor can click on add diagnosis and prescription. Now, when you say add diagnosis and prescription, it means you are adding to this current patient ID number 4066 is the one we are dealing with. So if you click on add, it will give you a form, and then you can see the form. It already knows the patient's number. So this is the patient number, give you the basic information of the patient, the name, the location, all those in phone number, age. Then here we have diagnosis and symptoms. So you only enter the diagnosis and symptoms you have that you have found in the patient. Then you add a prescription. You select the gender, and then the condition, whether the patient is an inpatient or outpatient. Is the person within or the person is outside? Is the person going to be admitted or the person is just someone who comes in to get treated and leave? So that's what we mean by in or outpatient. Then you click on submit. When you do this, it's going to add the records to the patient records. The diagnosis is going to add to the patient diagnosis. So this is the diagnosis. So you see that the heading says patient diagnosis and prescriptions. So that is all about the patient. Now, if you go back to the dashboard again, we have patient booking. So remember, this is about patient diagnosis and things. Now we have patient book rather, but I simply mean patient booking. Patient booking is like booking some appointments with you. So when you click on it, we have 6 of them. So you click on it, you can see that these are the 6 of them. Equally, you can print the booking. So if you click on print, this particular day there was a booking and the booking was on the 6th. Remember, this 6th booking was the one the doctor attended to. And remember, this doctor is also an admin, so he's using the admin account to do the job. So I have to click on print. Then you can see that yes, this is it. It's very simple, and then you can see the prescriptions. So you go back again, and then if you click on enter, remember when you click on enter, it will show you all records of that particular patient alone. So they are almost the same thing as we looked at first. Then we'll go back again to appointments. When you click on appointments, there's no appointment. If there was any appointment, you see the appointment there. So you see view, sorry, you currently have no received or booked appointment. So there's none. Replied appointment. Remember, we talked about this replied appointment that you have responded to. You have no replied to any appointment at the moment. So that is just it. So there's nothing there. So when we come here, it takes us back to the same thing. So both buttons are just doing the same thing. So we go back here. Then we come to password. You change password. You can click here. You enter your old password. You enter a new password. Then you confirm the new password. So here, the password you were using, that is the 12345 I used to log in. That's what you are entering. That's your old password. Then you enter a new password here. Then you repeat the new password. So if I want to change the password, I'll down 12345. Then a new password. Maybe I want to do 123 as my new password. Then you have to confirm it 123 again. Then you click on change password and your password will be changed. So that's just all about the dashboard of the admin. Now we come to the menu of the admin. The menu of the admin. In fact, this software is very simple. So when you come to the menu of the admin, you see that Sometimes we move somewhere, like I click on the doctor. When I click on view, we move somewhere. We didn't know where we were now. So you can come back to the menu. If you click on dashboard, it takes you back to the dashboard. So the menus, you have dashboard, we have profile. So dashboard just takes you to where we are now, this view we are having. Then profile will show you the profile of yourself. So your name, your information, and whatsoever, it shows you. Here you don't edit, it just shows you. You just have information. You just see what your details are. Then we come to patient booking. Patient booking, remember we looked at something similar to that. Patient booking is here. When you click on patient booking, to give you all the patients that have booked you. Then you can click to print or you click to view that booking and know what is going on. Then we also have add doctor. Here, if you want to add a new doctor has been enrolled into your hospital. You put in the details, then you assign the role, then you select the gender, and then you add a doctor. And that doctor now can access his or her account. So that's adding a new doctor. Then we also come to uh, doctor record. So here you can view the records of your doctor. So when you click on doctor records here, then you can view the records of your doctor. So you have two doctors currently. You can edit the doctors, you can delete a particular doctor. So that is all about doctor record. So when I click on edit doctor, you see that it's in the form. I can change some information about the doctor, the email, the name, the phone number, and all those things that I click and then edit. So that's the doctor record here, which you can edit and you can delete. If you delete, it's gone permanently. There's nothing you can do to get it back again. So be caution. Then we have appointments. As part of the menu, you click on appointment, you should be able to see any appointment that has been booked with you as an administrator or a doctor stroke administrator. So there's no appointment at the moment. So that is it. Remember, appointment is booked by the client. That's the patient. Is the patient who does the booking of the appointment, not the administrator and not the doctor. Is the patient who does the booking. Yeah. So that is all for the admin. Now, anytime you are done with your information you want to exit, you just come to the right hand top corner here. You see log out, then you click on log out, and then you are logged out, and that's all. Your session is closed. So this is briefly how the doctor aspect or the doctor portal, the admin portal works. This is how the admin portal works. Now let us take another look at the next user, which is the doctor. So I click on doctor. Let me click it again, doctor. Then I get the login credentials for the doctor. So this is what I need to use to log into the doctor account. So I just come back there and I paste this there. And then I put in the doctor password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I click on login. So it's logged in. And currently I'm now logging as a doctor. And you can see the doctor's position, surgeon. So that's the doctor position. If the doctor position was maybe another role, you see that role there. So that is it. And then you see the doctor also have a dashboard. All users have dashboard. So you see the doctor dashboard there. Then you see the doctor have similar roles just like the admin. Just a few are not there. That is adding a doctor. It's not there. So when you look at it, the doctor can view the patient. Just click on it. And it's just the same like the way the admin did. The doctor can click here to print the information or print the diagnosis. The doctor can also click on enter, diagnosis and prescription, enter. So you can click on enter. Once the doctor click on enter, he sees all the diagnosis that has been done on that particular patient with patient number 4066. That's the patient's ID. So you can see the patient name here, the location. Then you see the days in which the patient came. So served on, this was the day the patient was attended to. Then you can also click here to view, to print or download the prescription that the doctor gave. So you just click and download. So when you click on it, it shows up, and then you can print it and give it to the patient to go get the drugs for the medication. Then you can also add a new prescription to this patient because this is the patient's ID. The ID is here. So once you just click on this, then you can add a new prescription to that patient. So the information, basic information is provided. Then you only enter the patient's name, the patient, the diagnosis, you enter the diagnosis, then you enter the prescription, then you select the gender, you select the condition, remember the condition, inpatient or outpatient, then you click on save. Now when you do this, it will add that prescription to this one, and then you have the next prescription entered into the patient's information. So that is just all about it. Now you have your new patient. New patient means this patient has never attended your facility. It's a new patient. The patient has never been at your hospital. So if you want to enter a new patient, anywhere you are and see new patient, you just click on it. If you realize that form, because it's a new patient, the system has created a new ID for the patient, and then the system haven't put in the basic information it puts, because it doesn't know the patient. So you enter the patient name, location, age, phone number, date of birth, diagnosis, and what have you. Then you do, and then you submit, and that will be a new patient created. So the next time the patient comes, you see that patient among your list of patients. So that is just all about that. So anytime you click on this, you click on the hospital logo up here, it will take you to the dashboard. So that is why we are back here. I usually click it, it takes me to the dashboard and it brings you here. So that is for the patient. So remember, to view the patients, you just click on patient. So when the patient comes to the hospital and then is sent to the doctor, once the patient enters the doctor's room, the doctor just click on patients, and then the doctor finds out the patient's name and then scroll to any record of the patient and click on enter. Then it will show only the records of that patient. So there are so many times patients record. Just go to just one patient record, one of the patient's record, then you click on enter. It takes you to that particular patient. Then you can add more diagnosis to the patient, and then you are done. So that's just simple how simple the system is. Good. So now let's go back to the dashboard. We can click on dashboard here on the menu bar, or we can click on the logo here to go there. So I'll click on dashboard on the menu bar. Go back to dashboard. They have patient booking. When you click on patient booking, you should be able to see the bookings that the patient have made. So this patient booking. So these are so many bookings that have been done on various days, and you've attended to the patient. So you can click on the print to see the information and print it out, or you can click on enter. It will take you to that patient's detailed information where you can get all bookings of the patient. So the concept is the same. It's the same. All right. Then we come to appointment. If there's appointment there, there's only one appointment for this doctor. Remember, in the admin's account, when we logged in previously, there was no appointment, because the appointment that was there was not meant for the admin. It was meant for this doctor. So when a patient make an appointment with a particular doctor, only that doctor can see that appointment. So this appointment is booked for this doctor. So the doctor logged in, he sees the appointment, patient number, this, the patient name, the message the patient gave, can I see you tomorrow? And then if you want to reply to it, you can just click on reply. But let's see, there's a reply to that comment, replied comment. So patient number, this doctor, this is the doctor that did the that did the reply, and this is what the doctor said. Okay, no problem, I will be available. The doctor has replied. You can still add more replies. You can still write another one. Maybe, please, I've changed my mind, can we make it tomorrow instead? You write here and you click on reply to add, or you just say maybe let's say I'm waiting. um let's say I'm waiting. So the doctor say I'm waiting, he's waiting for you. Then I click on what? Reply. Reply sent. So once I go back again, you see that there's another reply now. I'm waiting. So the doctor is waiting for you. So when you add more replies, they all come under the what? Under the reply. So that's how simple it is. Then let's still go back to the dashboard again. So we've looked at the appointments. I think that was booking we looked at. Was it booking? Yeah, we looked at booking as well. We also looked at appointment. The reply appointment is the same thing. The reply appointment will take you to the same page of the appointment. Then we also have change password. So change password, you just click on change password. Remember, like we did in the admin, you enter the old password, then you enter new password, then you repeat the new password and click on change password. It will take you there. I don't want to change my password. So if you look at the whole system, the most important, or where the work lies, is all about patient and then patient booking. Patient and patient booking. Patient is where you visit the patient to give diagnosis. Patient booking is where you view to see the kind of booking or what you've booked with the patient, which are almost the same thing as your diagnosis. So it's a very simple hospital management system that will keep your records digitally for you to be able to manage your patients and your hospital perfectly. So done with the dashboard, let's go to the menu bar. So the menu bar here, we have the dashboard. Anytime you roam to somewhere, or maybe I'm at the profile and I click on dashboard, it takes me back to the dashboard. So that's just the dashboard is what we are seeing here. Then we have the profile, which will show you information about the account holder, this doctor, his profile. Then we also have patient booking. The patient booking will also take you to all the booking of patients. If you want to see or concentrate on a particular patient, just look for any record of the patient and click on select, and it will give you the details of that particular patient alone. This time it will not mix it with other patients. So that's all about the patient booking. When you click on patient booking, it will give you all the bookings of your patients according to how they come, but you just select one and you move into that person's account. Then you can add patient. The doctor can also add patient. So when you click on add patient, then uh, um, you enter the patient's ID. If the patient is already an old patient, enter the patient ID here and submit. It will let you add an information. For, let's say there was a patient with ID number 4066. So when I click on submit, you see it opens a diagnosing form for that particular patient and already put in the information. Then I can put in the new diagnosis and the new prescription and click on save for that particular patient. But if it's a new patient, so I just click on new patient, it give me a new form and get me a new ID. The IDs are generated at random, but they do not repeat. No ID can ever repeat. It check the system to see all the IDs that are present. Make sure that it generates an ID that is unique and not present in the system. So this one, if a patient is visiting for the first time, you just enter the patient name, the location, the age, the phone number, the date of birth, then your diagnosis you've gotten, your prescription, and then you enter. That patient now become a record holding patient in your hospital. So that is it. So I can say that as a doctor, the place that the doctor will always use much is this add patient. Anytime a patient visits the doctor just click on add patient and then ask for the patient's ID. Enter the patient's ID here and click on submit. It will bring out the patient information. If the patient is visiting for the first time, the doctor click on the same add patient, click on new, and the new form will appear. The doctor will put the first diagnosis of the patient and the patient become part of that platform. So you get patients into the system by putting their first diagnosis, and that is all. Then appointments. The last button of the menu is the appointments. Remember, the appointment talk about the people booking to see you and you responding to them and telling them the days you want to see them. So this will show you all the appointment. So if a patient has booked another patient has booked an appointment with you, you see it also. After this 4066, you see another line of appointment that will also come for you to know that this patient, you can reply to them. So that's briefly how the system works in the aspect of the doctor, and it's very simple. So doctor can do, let's say, about 3 things. Doctor can register a new patient, yes, by just clicking on add patient and then clicking on new. A doctor can also visit an old patient's document to add more diagnosis by entering the patient ID number here, or the patient number here, that unique ID here. Then the doctor can also, after entering the unique patient ID and finding the patient, the doctor can add a new prescription or new diagnosis and prescription to the patient. So that is briefly what the doctor does. The doctor create patient account. The doctor is able to visit an old patient and then make diagnosis, and that is all. And it's very simple to do that. Very, very simple to do that. So briefly, this is how the doctor platform works. Now, if you want to log out as a doctor, remember the logout is here. You just click on log out and you are logged out. Now let's see what the patient account contains. The patient will use the phone number and a unique password to log in. So the phone number is here, then patient number. So the patient will always use his number. So he uses his phone number and his number to log in. That's how the patient account works. His phone number and his number to log in. So the patient will enter his phone number and enter his ID number and then click on what? Access your data. So once the patient click on access your data, the role of the patient is very brief. Once the patient log in on the dashboard of the patient, you see patient data. This is your data. The patient will see all the records, the diagnosis that has been done to him or her, and the patients can view and print them. That is all. Patient can just click on view, and then the patients can what? View the records and print them. So the patient will see all the records. You see them, all the records. So on this day, the patient was on this day the patient was there, the patient was there, patient was there on the 8th, the patient was there. So the patient can see all the records. That's the dashboard of the patient. So we have that one as your data. So when you click on your data, this is what you'll be seeing. Then we also have on the menu bar of the patient, we have book an appointment. Now remember, in the admin and in the doctor's account, we were seeing appointment, appointment, appointment. And I told you that the appointment is booked by the patient. The patient do the booking. So if you see the patient, if you want to book an appointment, this is the place, book an appointment. So you click on it. Now a form will be given to you because you have an account, the system already know your name, your ID, your phone number. So you just enter the message you want to give to the doctor. Oh, doctor, I'm not feeling fine. Oh, doctor, I'm sick. Can I meet you on this day? Or when can you be free? Then the doctor can respond to you. This is where you write that message. Then after that, you select which doctor do you want. In the system, according to the number of doctors that the administrator has registered into the system, you see all the doctors available. So you click on a particular doctor and then you can what? You can be able to view. Now, irrespective of the fact that I say doctor, if a person is not doctor but provide a specific service, and the hospital can also put that person under the category of doctor, but on the role, the person that they will specify the role of the person. So doctor, so you see you select a particular doctor, then you click on book appointment. Once you click on this book appointment, the appointment is going to book to this particular doctor. So he's the doctor that will see the appointment. Other doctors who will log in will see that they have no appointment, but this doctor will be the one who has the appointment. So that is all about it. So the next one, send appointment. This talks about the kind of appointment you have sent to people. You book the appointment, which then you can view the bookings, those previous bookings you have done by looking at what sent appointments that have been sent. So new appointments are here. If you want to see those that you booked in the previous, then you click on send appointments. Then we have replies. So the replies talk about the replies from the people you send the appointment to. What are they saying? What was their response? Will they be able to meet you? Have they postponed it to another day? Have they rescheduled you? The appointment, the doctors, whatever they say to you when you book an appointment is always found in the what? Replied, replies. That's where it's found. Then here you can log out by just click on log out here, which is part of the menu bar, or you can also come out here to come and click on log out. So I'm going to log out from the patient. So the patient, most important thing about the patient is all about what? Your data, to view your data, your past records, medical records, that's your data, and also to book a new appointment. That's the most important aspect of the patient. And also to view replies to the what? To your appointments that you booked. And that's all. So treating, patient is able to view his medical records by clicking on your data. Patient is able to schedule an appointment with the doctor by clicking on book an appointment. Patient is able to also view responses from the is able to view all booked appointments by clicking on send appointment, and patient is able to view responses to those appointments he booked by clicking on what? Replies. And then patient can log out by clicking on log out here or log out down there, and you are logged out. So this is how simple the software is. The software enable a digital form of what we have been doing in our private hospitals. The patient move in, an account is created for the patient is diagnosed, information is entered into the account, and then the patient diagnosis is printed for the patient to go and buy the medicine or whatever for the next stage of what? Treatment. Patient can also always watch and see the history of his information, or can even go back to previous health records and look at how his health or her health is being pursued. So thank you very much, and this is just how brief the software is. If you have any problem, we can talk about it later.